It is therefore with deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that according to this new data, Flight MH370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean.
Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 is a name that instantly evokes a sense of eerie mystery and profound sorrow. The doomed Boeing 777 vanished without a trace on March 8, 2014, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions, conspiracy theories, and heartbroken families. Much like the fictional mysteries in TV series like Lost or Manifest, the disappearance has gripped the global imagination for over a decade. But now a shocking development has breathed new life into the case. A newly discovered text message from one of the passengers may finally hold the missing piece of the puzzle. A flight that never arrived.
At 1:19 a.m., Malaysian authorities say the co-pilot makes his final transmission to air traffic control. All right, good night. 2 minutes later, the transponder that helps air traffic controllers track the plane goes off. Flight 370 hasn't been heard from or seen since.
It then veered southward over the Indian Ocean, flying for several more hours before all contact was lost. Despite numerous search missions covering vast expanses of ocean, the plane's main wreckage was never recovered. Only a few pieces of debris, though unverified at first, this detail sparked curiosity. Was it a hoax, a desperate cry for help, or was it the only real clue that slipped through the cracks? It took nearly a decade for this element of the case to resurface in a more credible light, when satellite communications and new research brought the theory back into the spotlight. The idea of a final text message from a passenger isn't just dramatic, it could be the key to one of aviation's most haunting mysteries. The satellite pings that changed everything.
The timing of these pings is awfully coincidental with the batteries wearing out. So all of us pretty well agree that until there's the bulk of the plane and the bulk of the bodies discovered and a black box intact, we won't believe that it's final evidence.
Communications company revealed that they had received automated handshakes or pings from the aircraft long after it vanished from radar. These pings were never intended to serve as location beacons, but they proved crucial. They indicated that the aircraft continued flying for over 7 hours after its last known position. The pings helped narrow the potential crash zone to an arc in the southern Indian Ocean, where search crews focused much of their energy for years. Still, without more precise coordinates, locating the aircraft was like finding a needle in a haystack. Ocean drift models and debris discoveries offered some clues, but nothing definitive. Then in 2024, University of Tasmania researcher Vincent Lyne re-examined the Inmarsat data alongside physical debris findings. Lynn's work challenged previous theories that MH370 nosedived into the ocean after fuel exhaustion. Instead, he proposed the aircraft had undergone a controlled eastward descent similar in nature to Captain Sully's famous Hudson River landing. Perhaps most compelling was Lynn's assertion that a mastermind pilot meticulously planned MH370's disappearance. The theory went from fringe speculation to serious academic consideration. In Lynn's words, quote, "It would have worked were it not for MH370 plowing its right wing through a wave and the discovery of the regular interrogation satellite communications by Inmarsat. Those final pings were like faint echoes near Broken Ridge in the Indian Ocean. It rekindled hope and offered a tangible lead, something families and investigators hadn't had in years, with some experts now treating it as a potentially vital piece of evidence. The message, reportedly retrieved from a phone pinged to a tower via satellite relay, was brief, but its implications were chilling. According to supposed leaked documents and online chatter, the text read something to the effect of, "They are taking us somewhere, signal bad, not sure we'll make it." Though not confirmed by official investigation teams, proponents of the controlled hijacking theory point to the possibility post-radar path over the Indian Ocean. It would contradict the belief that everyone on board was incapacitated. Instead, it would mean at least one person was awake, alive, and aware of what was happening. Combined with the new evidence suggesting a deliberate descent and ditching, the text adds emotional weight and forensic value to the theory of human control in the final hours. Skeptics argue the text could have been fabricated. Given how far search crews have come with new technology, Even a vague message like this may help narrow the plane's location when combined with existing flight path models. A pattern of intent.
An assessment by U.S. intelligence agencies says someone in the cockpit of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 deliberately directed the aircraft's movements before it disappeared. Now, this assessment is based on satellite and other available evidence, and analysts looked at multiple course changes that the aircraft made after it deviated from its scheduled course from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Now, analysts determined that it's most likely someone in the cockpit deliberately moved the aircraft to specific waypoints, crossing Indonesian territory and eventually toward the South Indian Ocean.
The idea that MH370's disappearance was not an accident but a meticulously executed plan has gained traction. Much of this stems from the behavior of the pilot's eyebrows. The simulated path, reconstructed by the FBI, showed a flight departing Kuala Lumpur, heading west across the Strait of Malacca and turning south into the Indian Ocean. It was dismissed by some as coincidence or even irrelevant practice, but as new evidence emerged, it looked more like a chilling rehearsal. Disturbingly good job. As former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott revealed in 2020, top Malaysian officials suspected a murder-suicide from early on. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the alleged passenger message? Let us know in the comments section below.